Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports. This is the #1 place for all your fantasy content. We do the research, so you don't have to. But wait, so you don't play fantasy? We have you covered with all your F1, IPL, and UCL content. So head on over to the Fantasy Pavilion YouTube page, like, subscribe, stay connected with us. We have all the content you're looking for. Fix that team, though. Do better. The last year it was a little shaky. But this year we're doing better. We're doing better this year.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports. Game week 38, the final preview show of this 2023-24 season. It was a great season. It was another great season of FPL. Great football on store. Of course, my team had some great football. There were a lot of other teams that performed well. Interesting stories with the relegation. Interesting stories still with the title. The title is still going down to the wire. And of course, prayers and candles out galore. And we are here to preview and discuss the season overall, and of course, discuss game week 38 coming up. What chips left, right? Whoever has chips left, I would like you to be my financial advisor. You clearly are good at maintaining and keeping and sustaining precious assets. So please DM me after the show. Of course, I have a decent crew in the back. We have Johnny all the way from Australia. Hey, mate, how you doing?
Good, mate. Thanks for having me on for the last show. I've missed it a little bit, but good to be back. I made a little bit of time in the schedule today, and I'm keen to hear about everyone's final teams for the year. This is going to be exciting.
Right, of course. Then we have Manu fan, Paul, Pablo. How you going, bro?
What's up? What's up? I'm good. I'm good. Excited as well for the last game of the season. Kind of bittersweet, that this is the final preview show. And it's all coming to an end, but kind of happy as well. So should be fun.
Of course. And then, of course, we have a member of the Pavilion community, Darius. Darius, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us, bro.
Thanks for having me. Last show, season's coming to an end. To be honest, I'm sad that the season's coming to a close. Now I have something. Now I need to find something else to do on a Saturday. So, we'll figure it out.
And that is a key point you bring up there, especially if you're in a relationship, Johnny. Now you're free. You're free on Saturday. And I was like, ugh. Right? Thankfully, I have F1, but that's on a Sunday. So I still need something to. But Euros coming up, Olympics coming up, right?
That's true. There's plenty
Copa
to
America.
always find other sports, Jared. It's okay. We can fill that time.
Right? Darts coming up.
Yeah.
Right? T20, CPL coming up, T20 World Cup cricket. A lot of things coming up, bro. A lot of things coming up. So first and foremost, let's start how we usually start. So let me first show. Let's take a quick look back at 37. So of course it was a double game week. Darius, how much points you garnered for the game week 37? How was your double game week?
Game week 37, I got 159 points.
Solid. All right, so that seems to be the theme 130 something. We taking that. So our community team, Paul, big up the community team, 134 points. Of course, we had Petrovic with Vardiol. Now, as you can see here, the big blemish, right? I forgot to move the captaincy from Saka, but still worked out.
Why? Could I get more?
Could I get way more, right?
Always get more.
A Foden, a Palmer, right? But that's okay. That's how it goes sometimes. But big up Pedro Porro, big up Vardiol, big up Brathwaite, Palmer, Gordon, Foden, all right? Haaland doing his thing, so we brought back Haaland. Haaland did his thing. Big up Caps. And it's Caps' birthday, by the way, today. So big up Caps and happy birthday, Caps.
Happy birthday, Caps.
Put his clip of him talking about Haaland. You must have Haaland for that particular game week. And it came true to talk, right? Of course, big up Jackson. We bench boosted. So we had Pickford, Mateta, White, nothing from Livermento in overall, but did no harm, no foul. We'll take that. What 6 and 8, 14, 23 points from a bench boost, 25 from a bench boost. Paul, we think solid from a bench boost.
Yeah, yeah, great score.
Yeah. Darius, what was your bench boost like? You know, did you have your bench boost? Were you? I'm trying to remember.
No,
No,
didn't
yes,
have
I
my
remember
bench.
in the chat.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember in the chat you didn't have the bench boost, right? But you
yeah,
still got
I
wow.
had my triple captain.
Right. And who you put it on? Who you
Howard.
decided? Ah, Lord Father. Well, look at that. So 45
No, I
points.
went pretty safe choice though. I have a bone to pick with Paul because jokingly he said put it on Guardiola and
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
but
I'm kind of like shaking my head right now because you would have picked up 81 points. So
that
yeah.
Well, you
Darius,
were given
you
options,
see, you see, you should listen to me. Everything I say on the show, this comes. I don't even take my own advice on this show.
No, no. A good
And
pundit
everything,
never takes
every,
one.
every
I don't
weekend,
think everything. I think there was a call about Hoyland, and I'm still waiting on that call, mate. When Hoyland get me,
that was the one. That was the one wrong one. It was a few weeks late, Johnny. It was a few weeks late. I just, and my timing was off. That was.
Look, Johnny, look. You see, look, it came. How much? 37 weeks later, Johnny. It came 37 weeks later.
But it's okay.
Woo!
It's okay.
Right. It's at
It's
least
I mean,
for
Yeah.
Paul's sake, Johnny. For
I just
Paul's
want
sake.
to talk about this game though, United Newcastle. I mean, what a game it was. I watched it. It was clearly entertaining. Man United. Would I say they played great? No, but they did the job. They got the score, and yeah, they did well.
You sound like a Man U fan, Darius. I was supposed to ask you that, you know. You sound like a Man U fan.
Okay, so thing about that, I'm not a fan of any team in the Premier League. I'm a Madrid
Ah,
fan.
okay. All right, that's fair.
Been
I know some
watching
people just
Madrid
like the
since, and yeah, just from Madrid. But I love the Premier League. I love English football. So yeah, yeah.
I respect that. Johnny, this was your team, 126. So walk us through the talk process now. Why you picked who?
Yeah, so obviously when the bench boost, as most people did for this double game week, it just seemed like there was a lot of good options for a few of the teams that were doubling up. Of course, Man City, Guardiola is just it's just been unbelievable lately. I thought Trent let me down a lot. I mean, Liverpool have been letting me down a lot over the past few weeks. My God, it's been an absolute nightmare of a time to support my beloved club. But yeah, he let me down a bit in defence. I really thought he would continue on. He scored that free kick, and I thought, yeah, Trent's back. We're going to start seeing him assist more, score more. But Liverpool couldn't buy a goal, so that wasn't any good for me. I thought Son sort of let a lot of people down, including Arsenal supporters, when he missed his one-on-one opportunity. I'm sorry to bring that moment up, Jared.
I didn't want to think about that.
He let down my dream team as well, Saka as well. But otherwise, I thought it was a pretty good week. I probably could have tried to squeeze Haaland in there somewhere, but I sort of, instead of dumping all my money on one player, I wanted to try and spread it out a little bit. So you can see on the bench there, I think that's not a bad return for a bench boost. It probably could have been a little better, but yeah, I was really trying to cover those double games.
Yeah, I think that's a solid. And 126, you can't wrong on that. And the players you went for, yeah, can't vex for that. And Saliba did his thing. Pablo, your team, 133, walk us through. You did, and wow, and you see, he's a big fraud at Darius. He didn't even have Guardiola. Big fraud. But let me.
No, no.
Uh,
Come on. No, no. Well, that's the thing about it. I knew Guardiola was going to do well, but I just couldn't get him into my team because I already had three City. I had Edison, I had Foden, I had Haaland, so it was difficult, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago when I did my wild card, I thought about Barriol, but I was like, let me go for Edison. You get save points,
Right.
City already keep clean sheets like that, But little did I know, if I had only knew Barriol was going to get on like a striker and score these goals, I would have definitely had him in my team. But all in all, it's still a good score. I still covered the bases. Edison was still able to get 2 clean sheets, so that was good. And he got the injury after the 60 minutes, so that was great. Actually, when he came off, I was praying and hoping that no self I wanted Spurs to score because I was like, okay, take away that clean sheet. I don't have my clean sheet lock.
Yeah,
Take
lock.
away that clean sheet. Let's get City. Let's get this last day a little bit more interesting, you know. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Ortega pulled off some great saves.
Ortega did incredible that game.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was a great save to deny Son. But yeah, all in all, it was a good week. I got points from the usual suspects, the Newcastle boys, the City boys, chipped in as well. You know, Foden with a goal, Haaland, Captain Haaland, you know, was pretty much the obvious choice. And the bench boost worked out well too with Tarkowski getting a clean sheet, Jackson getting a goal. So, you know, all in all, it was good. It was good. I mean, it could have been better, but you know, I mean, you're thankful for where you get. So I'm glad I could have get a green arrow. So most important.
All right, hold on. Wait, the birthday boy has joined us. The birthday boy is in the background. Let's pick him up on 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Caps.
Happy
Big
birthday,
up,
God.
guys. Big up. Thanks, man.
Thanks for coming through, bro. Thanks for taking
Yeah. I was
some
out to
time.
like
I know that, of course.
so I said, "What you know, just chat a little thing."
I appreciate that, bro. Thanks for coming through. How much points you mean? Let me hear one. No, actually, no. You're gonna bring up your points now. You're gonna bring up your points now. Of course, we have our Island Pavilion League. It is going on to the wire. It is very, 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 very tight. Still, just like the Premier League. So FPL Trini, he was in the chat just now. FPL Trini, if you're still there, bro. So 131, and his rank is 710. All right. So Vicario, keeper, Pedro Porro, Gusto, Gordon, Farmer, Foden, the top scorers in the midfield, Isaac, Jackson, Haaland, the captain Haaland, and he uses bench boost. He had De Bruyne, Gabriel as the main guys on the bench there. All right. So 19 and 4. All right. So still there and about the 20s mark. Not too bad for a bench boost. All right, Andre Roberts right behind him, 141. Wow. So he had Gabriel Vardiol in the back, of course, Foden, Bruno, Gordon, Palmer, and he pick up his points, Haaland, Isaac, and his bench boost had Onana, Jackson, Pedro Porro. So 13, 25. All right, so not bad at all. So solid from 25 points. So that seems to be the range so far for the bench boost. Let's see what Caps did. So wow, a swamping solid 146. Big up Caps. Caps, so as you hear, walk us through your thought process now. Why it did what, why it picked who. Talk to us.
Well, this team is more or less what I had for a few weeks now. So I just only brought in De Bruyne for Salah. And I took a minus for the keeper because I had Neto. So I needed to take that minus. So I
Right.
brought Onana. And I take off Doherty for Romero. So that was how I lost it because Doherty had 4 points.
Yeah.
So that was the only maybe 4 I made, but like they could not predict. I was not going to play with Doherty when I had defenders with two games in a game week still.
Correct.
So you lose 2 points, you could gain 10. I'd rather lose the 2 points.
Right. And your bench, you're probably happy with your bench boost?
Well, yeah, Gusto made me happy at the end because going into the last game, it was just like 12 points or something.
Yeah, it was nervy.
But I Gusto 12 points. Bring him up there. And again, I benched the players I was supposed to bench, right? I didn't like do what people do, like the bench Haaland and the bench KDB. I
Right.
benched the players I was going to bench to judge the bench boost.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. I know vex with that. That makes sense. Because yeah, you wasn't gonna start suck over any of these guys. Yeah, Gusto still on the fence with him.
Yeah, if it wasn't sure you're gonna start,
yeah. But I like the Romero show. That was bold. I mean, sorry he didn't play off, but
I mean, at this stage, we willing to lose 2 points to gain 10 or 12. He always have a goal threat in him.
Correct.
I could have gone Porro, but like I felt like Romero's a better differential. Yeah. But Porro was the smarter pick at the end of the day.
Yeah, I ain't vexed with it. I ain't vexed with that at all. But big up you though, 146. Jesus.
I always had Van der Ven since the wild card. So.
Right. Yeah, well, and he's a great shout. He was good. This fraud here, but yeah, he was good. Jesus.
Listen, I was watching Clint's one that said Son normally wrongs the keeper in a one-on-one until he shoots. So like That was a little fishy in my book.
As an Arsenal fan who's received many goals from Son, because Son was scoring that goal against Arsenal. Son normally dinks the ball. Dinks the ball.
Oh, you're
So
wrong.
you'll go do that and dink the ball. Right?
Yeah,
Dink.
yeah.
Fraud.
I think there's a little bit of form and confidence to
Nah,
Son.
no.
No. I'm making excuses.
I'm not hearing that. I'm not
No,
hearing that.
Son has been off
if
his
that
game.
was Manchester United, he was
He
scoring that. If
definitely
that was
missed it on purpose,
Liverpool,
didn't he, Jared? He missed it
Yes!
on purpose.
he missed it. He's getting straight. If that was Alisson, he was scoring that, right?
I
He was
was
scoring that
and
against
the keeper,
Liverpool.
and the keeper was already Ortega was basically
Already
had it up,
down.
He was on down. He was
I think
down. That's
everyone
wrong.
had a city that's purple.
Yeah.
Right, but let's move on because
Yeah, we better.
I was
you
good
better
enough.
let that
Sorry,
Uh,
Jared. Sorry.
right?
PTSD. PTSD.
Wait, that was real annoying, right? I couldn't believe one. Johnny, imagine, right? I am watching that game with a Man U fan. I am clutching his shoulder like, yes, son, and because that was it. That was it. Now I have to rely on, but plot twist. Someone brought up a very good point, and I have a little bit. I had hope, but I have more hope now. If Declan Rice wins the Premier League, I think West Ham gets some kind of big payout, just like how
See that?
just like how Dortmund gets something for Champions League if Jude wins. Remember, you just get if the player that you sell me does well, you get a kind of bonus something.
I
So
think that's what you're resting all your hopes on that, aren't you, mate? I
all
think
hopes. I
at the
need
end of the day, doesn't
something.
matter how hard West Ham try, they're not going to beat
Oh,
Man City.
Let me
You
tell
don't
Jared.
know. You don't
Jared,
know.
Jared, I'll tell you about an interview they had with Moyes after their last game with West Ham. He said
Yes, sir.
I think they asked him about the City game now, and this was even before they knew that City had to basically win to finish or just win to finish off and win the title. He said they asked him if you think you all could put up a good performance, you all could beat City, and his response was, "We going and just go and be professional."
That's all right.
So
Antonio is an Arsenal fan.
that doesn't sound too inspiring. Like,
That,
oh, we just gonna be
that's not the
professional.
words of a manager that's going to win. That's not. You're in big
Nah,
trouble, Jared.
Antonio have to play centre back and just hug Haaland whole game. Whole
I
game.
think
Just
by the time halftime, that game will be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just going to
Wow.
steamroll like KDB, Foden. They're just going to have press on them.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, 100%.
That was Sam defense not ready. I'm sorry to say.
We'll see. It ain't over yet. I have to believe. All
You
right.
are going to
So
be hating on Heung-min Son for the rest of your life, mate. You're going to hate him forever.
well, once he's a Spurs fan, he automatically hated. So I mean, once he's a Spurs player, he's automatically not liked. Right? But yeah, the one time, and use it. So this is what the community team is looking like right now, going into game week 38, the final game week. So we'll come back to this, right? Let's just go through the fixture. So we can start with so Darius is the busy party show. We just free talk about these fixtures. We'll be looking at it. What chips? Anybody have any chips stuff? I know that I'm just asking. Anybody amongst us hiding, holding anything still?
No.
No.
Chips dead.
Chips,
Right.
yeah, chips are over.
Reps,
Chips
rest in chips.
All right, so the pack done. Right.
Yes,
Lace
that's-
finished. Sure. All right, cool. So
From finish.
what's fixtures, Darius? You're watching this, Johnny, Caps, Paul, and viewers in the chat, right? Don't be shy, jump in. You're watching this fixture list. Now, most of us would have tried to prep our team from since 37 and have 38 in mind, right? Now, we don't have the luxury of the minnows having a chance of staying up because that's over. So most of them might be on the beach. So forget that. Because I like to go for the minnows at this stage of the season because most times they still have a chance of staying up, but that's over with. So it's mainly the top boys at the boys at the top, and maybe the ones fighting for Europe. But even that kind of dead because Villa inside already, Liverpool inside, City inside, Arsenal inside in terms of Champions League. So really, it's just for fifth and sixth for Europe. So Darius, you're watching this fixture list. What and who enticing you? Which assets jumping out at you because of the fixtures?
I mean, depending on how it goes, obviously all the games play at the same time, right? So, everybody will be looking at who's gonna win, who's gonna win. But in terms of an FPL asset, I'm looking at Newcastle, you know, Isaac, Gordon. I'm looking at those guys. Liverpool Wolves. I'm looking at it. No Liverpool assets, but just looking to see where Liverpool at in terms of where they are when the season begun, in the middle, and where they are now. Um, Obviously City, West Ham. I have Foden. Uh, no, not Foden. Sorry, Guardiola, De Bruyne, Haaland, and yeah, Arsenal. So just really the ones on top to look at.
Just no, sorry, cut you. Johnny, well, I only had a bounce, right? Thanks for coming through, bro.
Thanks, guys.
Love, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
best of luck, Jared. Even though we just best of luck. Hey, thanks for letting me be part of it this season, guys. I've loved it. Cheers.
Yeah, man. And well, cricket content, right? We will talk. Yeah, bro.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Cheers, Johnny.
Johnny.
Yes, there. So it's a continue. So go ahead.
Yes, just really the ones on top, the ones that stand out this season. Yeah, the goal scorers. Just really looking at. Obviously, there's some very interesting games. Chelsea, Bournemouth, interesting. Yes, Sheffield Spurs. I find that match, rather interesting in terms of how Sheffield United played for the season. Fulham Luton, just because I have Muniers, and I hope, two hands, he scores a hat-trick. Let's just see who. And,
I have him in fan track, so I hope so too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really it. Brighton, Manu. We see what happens there, and then yeah.
Now, Paul, I see call a good game there, that Newcastle game. Right now, Newcastle currently sitting 7th, 57 points. Chelsea has 60 points. Spurs on 63. Now, Spurs are playing Sheffield, as Darius mentioned. Right now, Newcastle obviously have to win to just have a sniff of what conference or just be in the conversation for conference. Chelsea have a chance of jumping in the Europa. Now, so Newcastle, Chelsea, maybe even Man U, because Man U can sneak in there in the conference, right? So Newcastle, Chelsea, Man U. You think those are the main teams to chase? Obviously, Arsenal, City, because Arsenal will be doing their best to try and just win their game, right? Well, so which ones jump out at you the most? Who do we target or just meh? Because it's not much to fight for again. It is a weird
Well,
one this season.
yeah, you see, that's the thing. It's not a lot to fight for, but there's still. I mean, people like to say teams on the beach, but still positioning. There's certain incentives for finishing in a certain position. Obviously, the teams who closer to European football will still be a little bit more competitive. The good thing about it, the matchups are favorable. The Chelsea Bournemouth matchup probably is the best out of all those. Well, besides the Spurs Sheffield, because Chelsea has been in good form lately. They're playing at home against Bournemouth, who that tends to be a leaky team. They give up goals, especially on Europe. So that matchup looks like a favorable matchup you would want to target. And then a lot of our teams kind of constructed that way. We have a lot of Chelsea assets already. We have a lot of, because of the recent double game weeks, we have a lot of Spurs and Mixer City. So
Yeah.
we have some of the main characters. But if you're looking for teams to target, I would look at teams who in good form but still playing. They're still playing well. They're still going and come out there and try to score goals. And one team that has been impressing me is Crystal Palace. They have been looking as of late since Glasner took over. They have been looking like a well-oiled machine. And what works for them is the fact that when their three main guys are healthy, they play well. They play extremely well. They've been scoring goals. They're in form. They have good confidence, and they're coming up against an Aston Villa team that as we already alluded to, they safe. They done already locked down their spot in Champions League. So they don't
Correct,
really
correct.
have much to play for. It's a home game for Crystal Palace. They're in
Mhm.
good form. I looking at that matchup, the Liverpool Wolves game as well too. Although Liverpool has locked down a spot already. Remember it's Klopp last home game, so there might be
Right.
the crowd might be rocking, Anfield will be rocking a little bit. Salah might be probably looking to go out on a bang, get 2 more goals to get to 20. So those are two particular matchups I'm looking at. For to see in terms of looking at assets that we could target, because we already have the Chelsea, we already had the Arsenal, we have those guys. Probably an extra Arsenal because you might have one or two Arsenal, and you might be looking to target a Havertz or Trossard because they have a good matchup with Everton, at home. So and they might be looking for some goals as well too. So it might be worth it to try a thing with one of the attackers if you don't have three Arsenal. I know a lot of people have Gabriel, they have Saliba. Maybe they might want to take a punt on Saka. I don't know how Saka condition is, but I doubt he wouldn't play this game, and this is an important game. So
Yeah.
yeah, just those matchups look favorable. The Burnley Nottingham Forest game as well too. That's that could be a nice game as well. Both teams just looking to go for it. Forest already kind of safe, but Burnley looking to go out with a bang. Who knows? That might be a nice open game. The good thing about it is the last day of the season, so it normally has a lot of goals. So anywhere you go, any one of those matchups you look at, you could, if you pick the right player, you could definitely get some points.
Yeah, certainly. Big up Bradley in the chat. Thanks for passing through, bro. Caps. So of course you are on the top of the tree there. You are trying to maintain, you're not chasing, you're trying to make sure you stay on top of the pack. So what fixtures you looking at the most? How are you navigating this one? Because again, there's no real incentive to chase any particular teams like the past few seasons because it's only title come down to the last day. Only the title. Everything else, and it's a 2 horse race. So what's on your mind for this game today?
First of all, this is the most unpredictable game week all the seasons, right? Game week 38.
Correct.
We can't tell who will start. We can't tell who on the beach, who chasing for what, how they will play. We can't predict anything this week. The only thing I could predict with plenty certainty is what Paul mentioned, Chelsea, Bournemouth. That's a game I could predict that Chelsea will do well in. 3-1 or 2-0 or 3-0, anywhere around there, right? And City beating West Ham. That's the only two games there. Arsenal, Everton is not a team Arsenal want to play chasing a victory. Everton and hit you on a set piece and then defend for the rest of the game. As we
Correct.
see in the last 8 or 9 game weeks, have 7 clean sheets or something, right? Around there. So I wouldn't even call that game as a certainty for Arsenal. Like that when I was mentioning before, City will beat West Ham no matter how much Arsenal win, goal difference, whatever. I could no one be surprised if Arsenal do win that game.
No, I agree. I
also feel like
Because
Newcastle have a very hard. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because Dice, I fully agree with you because Dice has that upper hand on Arteta. So yeah, I fully agree with you. That could be a real tricky game. Yeah.
And then even the Newcastle game against Brentford, that's a hard game. I can see
Yeah.
Newcastle losing that game.
Yeah.
Then we have the
Brentford has been playing good.
predictable, yeah, Brentford playing good, and Brentford. I think the goal Solanke scored there was a late goal in the game, like the stoppage time, and it was a good header. It was a looping header, and he just beat the keeper. So did I get another clean sheet there? That was back in review. That one didn't sell him on the arm. That was high on him.
Right.
He only lose the clean sheet in the last minute. I think he was on 9 points. So Brentford is not a team you want to tango with. Manu unpredictable, Brighton not scoring goals, Burnley, Nottingham, we're not really going there, right? Palace, Villa, we know Palace have 4, but again, right, you got to pick one of the Palace assets. It's real hard because the other 2 could bang. Yeah, Malteta, LC, and Olisen, each one of them equally as good. So you could find yourself selling a Saka, selling a Gordon, and buying the one that blanks. So that's a hard game to buy somebody. Like, that's just my preference. So if I want to make that punt, who will I buy? Same thing for Liverpool. You go with Gakpo, you go with Diaz. Most people can't get Salah. Go with Jota injured. You go with Darwin. You don't know who to buy. The Luton, Fulham, well, again, we thinking Fulham will score goals on Luton, but you never know. It's the last day Luton home. That's something to prove to the fans. And Fulham is a very inconsistent team. Spurs Sheffield, same thing. I won't be surprised if Spurs don't win that game, to be quite honest with you.
Why?
So, with only certainty I could call is the Chelsea, Man City will load up. And again, most of us will have Haaland, a defender. Foden could go big this week. Kevin De Bruyne could go big this week. So either way, we will lose out on one.
Yeah.
So it's an unpredictable game week for me. So as in terms of my perspective, I probably might not make a transfer. I might make a transfer and strengthen the bench, to be honest with you, for my team I have. So I just strengthen the bench in case somebody don't play because I have Garnacho, right? So Garnacho, not really. Garnacho uninspiring, to be honest. I don't know why I made that transfer in the first place. But I might strengthen it. Maybe I as your least or somebody, and if somebody don't play in the eventuality that they rotate, I have a good player going off the bench who could do something. But sometimes I just not confident moving anybody from 11 based on all the points I make just now.
Now, something else to consider. So, okay, most teams on the beach, but the golden boot race, is that a foregone conclusion? So because Palmer just 4 behind. Now, of course, Haaland still has to play. Haaland just have to score what? A hat trick.
5
behind.
Right, 5 behind. 5. Right, he can score 5 goals. No, Palmer can score 5. Why Palmer can't score 5 goals? Why? Paul? Why Palmer
Jackson
can't
will
score?
hog the last penalty.
I doubt it. Yeah, Jackson go the last one.
No, but if Palmer score 4, he tie with Haaland. Just Haaland just don't score and they'll both share the boot.
4,
I
you
think
mean 5?
Haaland will get Haaland play less minutes.
Yeah, but let's be real. Haaland will find a way to score in this game. I'm being real. I'm just being real.
I think
He will find himself.
What's
this
not?
game
I
is
am
a save
not
Haaland brace.
betting against Haaland at all. I am not betting against, not in this form that year. I'm not betting against Haaland.
Listen, you're better against Haaland again this week as captaincy. You'll lose real round. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Haaland, I've seen that brace. I just seen that brace.
And I'm making up.
I just threw in different scenarios because it's possible, right? Isak could come and score 5 goals and draw.
I think if you're chasing the game, if you're chasing and you want to try something, then yeah, but still, nah, boy. Try. If it's anything, you're Captain Haaland, but do a differential move somewhere else.
Chase with the next 10.
Yeah.
Chase with them.
Yeah. But yeah, that golden boot is a foregone conclusion. I don't think.
And how much he had last year? 30, how much? 32, 31?
He's 6, I think.
It had to be that, Alisa.
Yeah.
I think he only. I was looking for 30.
Didn't play the last 2 games because City had already won it.
Yeah, I think the last day they lost to Brentford or something.
Yeah, they had already won it.
Yes.
He didn't even play. Yeah.
And all that, if I tell you, I using all kind of different scenarios in my head because if this chase is similar to a few other chases. This season, for some reason, reminded me of the Leicester season, where the flip was Tottenham went to a terrible Chelsea and lost. So I was hoping that when City go to a terrible Spurs, they would have lost. Didn't happen. Leicester to play the last game against who? Everton. We have to play our last game against Everton. City lost to a London team in the last game last season. Who they playing? A London team. But you'll see how it play out. I have to think like that because I have to think about everything.
Right? Jared is well pulling at strings, I know.
I have to think of everything. I have to think of everything.
Jared, is he hope does kill you? Is he hope does kill you?
Either we win the league this weekend or we win it in 12 months. That's all right. I not vexed. It's coming. It's coming. The way I stop playing, it's coming. Right, Bradley saying so.
I hear a man say just watch Arsenal TV with Ty and them.
Of course, that's my
say Arteta is the Arsenal and Rodgers, Brendan Rodgers.
Boy. Right, so Bradley saying Bernardo, Burton, Diaz, Wissa, Gakpo, Palmer, Haaland, Otto, Captain, Haaland, Isak. All right. I know vexed with this because I mean Sheffield could put up a decent fight against Spurs just for last game. Why not? We saw Gakpo. No, I mightn't touch any Liverpool assets, just as me being. But again, Caps made a great point. At home, send off for club. Hopefully they could do it in a grand way.
A bad Wolves team.
Yeah, Wolves bad.
I think Wolves is our beach. Them is our beach.
But I think this game, everybody will get a little couple sweat. He will rotate it. This game, you'll give everybody a sweat. You'll give Elliot, Curtis, everybody will get a chance. So nobody will be 90.
I need Kwanzaa to play full 90 and I need him to score again because he saved me last week in fan tracks. But yeah, I need Kwanzaa to do something. And I see that juju, that good juju Darius bring there, Muniz. I need Muniz to get on part two. I have a few players. Fan tracks still have plenty to fight for now. So I need some things in fan tracks to get on part. Right? Look at this fraud. Change our name, dog. Change our name. Big up Bradley. Like, Ten Hag, way. Big up. What good on, bro?
I had to crash this party, boy. This party, I didn't get an invite, but I feel to come in the studio and take down some decorations.
Yes, man, to the comment section. The jumpy. Was it good, bro?
Love in the house to the Fantasy Pavilion team. Jared, Paul, Kapil, y'all really killed it this season, boy. I was so quiet. You know, when you're just watching things and they're like, really, boy? It's good to see you. Love in the house.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Yeah, bro, good job. Yeah, man.
Now going on. So let me see. We could go into we could create a team. Our final create team for the final game week. We could build a team together and then we could discuss captaincy. So obviously everybody's saying Haaland. If you want to go against Haaland, who's the best to go against? Right? Darius, who you think is the best player to go against Haaland? Captain wise.
I mean, again, like what Cap said, it's really an unpredictable game. For me, I would really say, I don't know, Palmer. If you're feeling generous, you know, Palmer. Isaac. Yeah, I mean,
actually like that Isaac shot. Yeah. That's a decent shot. Bradley, if somebody said now, well, forget I don't want Haaland, or they have Haaland, but they don't want to put the captaincy on Haaland, who's the next best option in your mind?
Anytime I see Sheffield United matchup, I think about, maybe like a Son or a Charleston. What do you think? Who you all have? He's
injured. I do think Wilson back. He injured for now. I'm not sure they'll force him. But that's sure. And well, I don't hear nothing about Son.
What do you think about that Bernardo punt? I feel like Bernardo gonna score in this last game, the last game of the season.
He's not a bad shout today.
Yeah, could happen.
I know waiting.
Foden, yeah, I would. If I'm thinking about an next asset, because City have a nice matchup, could be Foden, or even KDB. I don't know how KDB health is, but I can see he had a flag by him, or how much minutes he might play. Because if they get a big enough lead, they might just start taking off men. That's my only little worry.
If they get a big enough lead, all them coming off Foden, KDB.
Yeah, that's my only worry. Yeah, because they don't already win.
Yeah, all them coming off. Yeah.
So
it's gonna be like a party. Is anything can happen?
It's Bob, Rico Lewis, all them coming on.
If I want to go like this is a different captain shot, probably Olise or Easy, maybe. I just thinking real out the box with it, Maybe
what you think about Duran, boy?
Yeah, Duran looking good too.
Well, yeah, he's looking great, but Villa might be on the beach. But he will play. So I mean, he will surely play. If they're resting, man, he will surely play.
I know one thing. When I have a lot of goals, at what Kapil said earlier, so anything is possible. But taking that captaincy of Haaland is, that is unheard of.
The only other thing I would say, if all you're real feeling to go for this, and I mean, this is not a bad shout, Salah, maybe. I mean, it's Wolves. Once again, they don't really have anything to play for, but it's club last game, so maybe Salah goes big. Right. Yeah, 2 more goals.
I really like that shot because Liverpool will go for it in terms of it's club last game. you know. So I feel like, yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Are we sure they'll go fit though? I find you real confident about that. You know, they wasn't going fit for the past 2 games though. I know. But it's a good point.
Well,
It's a good
well,
point. 'Cause it have some kind of rift
actually,
there. You know? It have some kind of
they,
drama
they
there.
score. No, I will correct you. They have been scoring the goals. I mean, they score 4 against Spurs. They score 3 against Villa, but it's just the defenses were not too inspiring right now. But you're really going to
Yeah, they did
defenders, right?
okay.
You're going for
Oh.
men who scoring goals. Because this last game week, one thing is sure, you're going and see goals.
Gakpo's a nice shout too, you know.
Especially
He had
yeah.
Swan Song, Club Swan Song, you never know. It does goals. It's gonna have a lot of goals and yeah. Anything can happen.
All right.
I still stick by Haaland, and
Yeah,
I
of
just
course.
don't play around with the rest of your squad.
Yeah. Captain Haaland and then let the rest pick itself. I know vex for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's make our ultimate team, our last team selection for this season. Of course, it's not long until the new season, but our final team selection, game 38. So it's Haaland already in this team. So how you want to deconstruct the team? What formation? 3-4-3, 3-5-2, plenty strikers, pack up the midfield. How you want to go for the final team selection?
You go big 3-5-2.
3-5-2. You want to go 5?
Midfielders score more for the extra points, for the extra goal.
Correct. All right. Right. So this is the free team. So it does no wrong answers. Doesn't matter. No differential. Let's just build a team here. So I'll leaving Alan, leaving the captaincy there. Right. We all happy with that. And we could even right. So we could vice captain Isaac if Isaac stay in the team. All right. So Darius, what's one change you'll make to this? Who you think will be the which I'll give you a hard one. Defenders. Who's the best defender or one of the best defenders for this game? I know that's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a defenders. I mean, I could go stay Fancy City, but you know, that's probably the safest option right now in terms of defenders. Arsenal, as Caps mentioned, they play Everton. You know, Everton has whatsoever clean sheets. And he really kind of changed the game in my eyes. So yeah, I would say a City defense. Other than that, I would stick with.
So the obvious choice of Guardiola, obviously, or two of you. All right.
They have 3 City right now, so we are
No, well, this app they will come out one time.
Okay.
Yeah. This app they will come out. Right. So our Caps, as I hear midfield, how you changed up the midfield? Who's the best options for this game week?
Midfield, we have plenty of options. We have the Spurs guys. We have the City. I like the Burner as a little differential over Foden. I mean, Foden is the better player for points, but I just like last week the Burner. I know what the guys do.
You feel the Burner way? Paul, Pop, Bradley, free-fall, Garius.
They could go for the Burner, but that's just my own.
No, I like it. Hey, bro. Yeah, you are top 3 for a reason. You know, so far you have been on point.
For the defense, you could try out this boy in either Cucurella or Gusto.
Okay.
Before Chelsea looking good, Bournemouth might not be it, and you have 2 attacking wing backs there, so either one of them could be a good. And Rich James got a red card, so Rich James definitely can't take Gusto out as running. Yeah.
You know Rich James back when he get a red card. Cannot be back without a red card.
A red card or injury.
Something way. I'm glad it's not the injury, but oh gosh, boy.
Chelsea that blue color jersey and a man like his sublights.
Well, that man upset me, boy, because I was getting my Petrovic clean sheet, and as he get a red card, as it Chelsea down to 10 men.
I don't even feel sorry for him because he red cards he getting this blatant stupid red card.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like mistakes.
Yeah.
The man have like a loose cannon in here, I think. Because
Correct.
these
Yeah,
be doing stupidness to get a red card. It's not like it's things he could prevent. Like I don't know if he kind of 100 in here, but if you're watching the red cards again, it's not like a tackle and make the save
a
a
bad
man
tackle or anything.
counter
Yeah,
attack or something. It's just like stupidity.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the thing is with Reese, in typical Reese fashion, you know, he comes, does something amazing. Everyone's like, "Ooh, Reese!" And then right next game, Dread, injury or red card. As I wasn't even surprised, Dread. I'm glad there was only one more game to go because I think if it had 5 games to go, people might have jumped on him from that game into this one before the red card. They would have jumped in before the red card and then
Yeah,
coasting. So I
I
was like,
I
nah.
feel like Reese could have tell Potchell here what boy my partner birthday line coming up. It don't even make sense putting him on because he looked like he didn't even want to play that last game. It's just
Yeah.
oh boy. Okay, I had to play. Cool, my partner birthday line, I'm gonna get a red card, boom, and that's it.
And his
You know the tricks of the trade.
and his Euro,
One
Euros
question
coming
though.
up. Yeah, there is.
You all safe with Petrovic in goal?
For me personally, yeah, but I mean, it's about options.
Yeah, we could go other options.
It's about Tiga now, because Edison out. It's about Tiga now.
I'm not seeing much clean sheets this week, you know. But
Yeah, it's a tough.
I
It's
think
more
I think
safe
I think you
points.
just go for the defenders who you feel could be attacking, you know, like the wing backs, and go for a keeper who could give you some save points.
Yeah, that's it really. But
very true.
who's save points? Who's save points, boss right now? Pickford is a good shout. Save point boss. He will be
Pickford
busy.
or Henderson.
What
Henderson
about
could be
I
a
think
good
this
one.
week-
what about Flecken, guys?
Luton.
I mean, they do play Newcastle at home, so
Like,
Yeah.
I even think Onana is a good shout this week.
Because that Brighton team is
Brighton are
struggling to
scoring goals,
score
yeah.
goals well. Yeah, they're struggling to score. So
And-
maybe
And
he can-
Onana putting off some good saves. Onana
Yeah, he's
saving, right?
saving, he's saving.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like
Onana,
that.
I think Onana leading the league in saves, if I'm not mistaken. He passed
Well,
Kaminsky.
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes plenty sense. It makes
Yeah, yeah.
That makes
Man,
a
good
hell of a
man.
lot of sense.
I'm not really sure about that Garnacho.
No, we're getting rid of Ganacho. Ganacho not staying there.
Yeah,
Bro. We just be
yeah.
moving slowly.
Guys,
So,
what you feel about our new midfielder boy, Amad Diallo?
for a while, who you playing again? I keep forgetting who you're playing.
As a punt.
Brighton.
Brighton.
Brighton at
Away.
Brighton at Amex.
Next.
Amex, yeah.
I mean, I don't see what he for sure starts in this game. You think Ten are going to do the same thing as the last game?
I can't put faith in United assets, and I'm a United fan. So, boy, do as you please. If he doesn't return, don't look at me. Don't put Garnacho as well. Garnacho let me down this season. But, you know, that's our next story for another day.
Yeah, you ever play fantasy and you know a player not going to return for you and I haven't? I just know Garnacho not going to return for me the last 2 game weeks. And I still have him, but it's like I can't do nothing about it.
I felt like that
I
earlier in the
know he was
season
not-
when I had Rashford. When I had Rashford, I was like, this is making
Like
sense.
I play the game and like if you do something, I'll be real surprised if you do
But
something.
who you say there, Rashu? Like,
Rashford.
that player's fucking familiar, no? Like, who's that again? These fellas,
Rashford.
boy.
He scored
Rashford.
30 goals. He scored 30 goals last season.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, that was last season. Yeah, last
He's
season. Yeah,
still a United player?
That a while back. Right? Anyway, let me continue. Let me continue on before I get vexed and I mash up my TV.
What
Don't do that. It's a family,
about-
it's a family program.
What about
Yeah.
what about this guy here? What about Elise?
Yeah.
As you're saying,
think-
Crystal Palace might go for it. They could cause some trouble. What do you think?
Yeah,
Olise
I
is
had
the
a
man
problem.
right
I
now.
had a problem with that Palace asset. Like I say, perfect Olise, but like you don't know which one of the 3 going to bang. That's the thing. But Olise is
That's
fine.
it,
He's the
that's
form
it.
one here.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
another way to look at it, if you want to be try to I guess be a little bit more safe, easy teams to play more minutes and he on penalties. So Either one of the two. Is a toss up.
No, but
Is
only
your
says
Yeah.
the fun, so we could go with the fun one. That's the fun one.
Yeah, yeah,
An easy
yeah,
money game.
yeah.
attack?
Now,
Alright.
what about this fraud here? This fraud. This fraud. This guy has no pride. What
So
we
y'all not seeing West Ham beating City and Arsenal winning their title, the first title in how many years? Nothing, man.
nobody's
No
nobody
beating
believe
Personally,
that.
Arsenal.
can't see it.
I
Personally, can't see it.
I hoping that it happens, but that's a personal thing. That's me hoping that it
Darren,
happens.
If that happen, I have to console Jared. I have to console Dwayne Govaya.
Jared, this is the week, Jared. Only listen to this. This is the week that Jared have to finally, put his namesake up on a pedestal. Whole year he's been singing this man praises. What about you take out son and you put Jared Bowen?
And I put Bowen. But I might even
And you
put
put
Bowen in my
him
own
in
team
the-
and all.
Oh, maybe
I
put
might put
Mohamed
Bowen in my
Kudus.
own team, boy. Right? I
Kudus?
might even put Bowen. Kudus is not a bad shout too, but I like that.
Kudus,
Just for the
Kudus.
wildness. Just for the wildness.
To be wild, let's
Freaking
be
Bowen,
wild.
right?
But if Danny is good,
Miracles do happen. People fall in love too. And you think it happen?
You see, if it was if it was in the London Stadium, I would have been those bubbles. Those bubbles could cause some issues. But City did lose away. I'm lose at home last season to Brentford, dog. So I mean, anything is possible.
Yeah,
And I told you,
but that game, City had already won the title, so them didn't really.
Yeah,
them was-
yeah, that did
and,
over.
and Mikel Antonio is an Arsenal fan, so let me see what Prowse could score some free kicks. Is I know Taken
I go-
goal, or Taken goal.
Brad,
Let's
Brad, we gotta
Yeah.
change this man's name to the Reacher, boy. 'Cause this man reaching,
He's someone like Ty.
he grabbing
No,
at
I find
What?
Jared should have faith
Just
in
now.
his side the same way
What?
people have Man United fans have faith that they can still get rid of this season. So
Wait, what?
What Prowse? What Prowse
Brad,
scored last game?
That's the mic, boy. I didn't think I hear you properly, boy. That mic need fixing, boy. You're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, but we concentrate on one game alone, yeah. Because everybody's saying West Ham will do it to City, but then Arsenal still have to win the game against Everton.
Yeah, Arsenal still have to beat
true,
Everton,
true.
and that's not a foregone conclusion.
So
I
be
agree.
very
Because
salty
Everton
if
in
both
good
teams
form,
lose.
Everton in a real good form,
And Pickford,
anything possible.
Pickford could pull off some big saves too.
Some big saves, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Pickford is safe. Pickford is safe, boss.
Yeah.
A player.
All right, well, let me get back to that midfield. Let me get back to that
Oh, the guy.
midfield. So you're seriously leaving Bowen there, right?
Bowen, we
Seriously.
leave in him.
All right,
Right?
cool.
Come
The
on.
football going. Oh, the guy.
Odegaard. I like either Trossard or Havertz a little bit more.
Okay.
As a-
Trossard in good form. Havertz in good form. I don't want.
So what
That's
is
a solid.
original book?
Darius. Oh, now we see Bakay. As I say, Bakay in just August, boy. So I don't have it. Thankfully, we don't have to rely on Bakayo this season. This was a season where Bakayo could just place thing on the wing, chuck a little chuck, and disappear. Because Odegaard has been in great form. The two defenders in great form. Even forget this boy from Poland. His name is Kivior has been in good form, right? And that's fringe. Partey back. Rice has been in great form. Trossard, Havertz. So we didn't need to rely on Saka. Thankfully, it was a different type of season. Darius, I will leave you with that choice between Trossard and Havertz. Who you picking?
I mean, for me, I would say Havertz.
All right, Havertz.
That's
it is.
because of the more, attacking that he plays in the games. Because I've been watching Arsenal these days. Yeah, I find him more in the false nine position. I think so. Yeah, I would say.
All right. So are we happy overall with this team? Is that a team that we think gonna mash up the dance and score real points this week? What needs to change here?
The second best striker in the game for this game week. We missing him.
Mateta.
And
I
he's
agree.
gonna start for sure.
Mateta, right?
Nicholas Nkunku.
Oh wow. Wild. What?
That is our player for this week. Here, I telling you.
Yeah, I forget about years.
I like that shout. Good. I might do that on my team.
Sorry, Christopher and Kunku. I want Nicholas.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What are you talking about? You're Jackson on the brain. Yeah.
Yeah,
Balloons,
Jackson.
boy. More blue balloons, boy. That's an interesting shout, you know. What you think about that, Paul? That's not a bad shout, you know.
Yeah, see, that's not a bad shot at all because he come back, he healthy. And
He will
he could
start.
be
He will
looking
start.
for
Because Mudrik not injured.
Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, Mudrik injured, yeah.
Very, very interesting. Very.
That's a good point. No, that's a very good point.
So honorable mention in Kunku. Don't worry, I'll bring him in on my team for your caps. I like that show. I think that's a boss of a show.
If I
All
get
right,
any inclination, Jackson not starting, I make an switch.
Bro, once them press releases.
As I
get
get a
up,
press that this is Jackson Mike or the predicted starting lineup now.
correct.
I make a switch.
I agree with you.
Or
I'll do it.
I may even make the switch with Jackson starting.
Right. Yeah, I know Vex with that. That's a damn good shout, boy. You have me thinking, you know, in Kunku, boy, we didn't think of him. The future looking bright for Chelsea, man. They have some nice young stuff.
Chelsea has some good players.
Yeah, that's
No.
a plan.
If we had to go to other teams now again, let me see. I want to bring up our weight. We already talked about Villa. We talked about that. I guess nobody else really catching my eye. Will Manu go hard in this game? You have two Manu guys on the panel. Will Manu go hard or just play only youths for this game and say frigate? What do you think?
Well, we already. Go ahead, bro. Well,
Paul, go first. I want to hear Paul first.
to me, we already playing. Like, if you look at the composition in the team, you know, we down to bare bones. Rashford didn't play. Is Garnacho? They looking at a young side playing basically Meno, Garnacho, Diallo. You know, they already playing young players, so I don't think anything will change. And remember, they're looking towards the FA Cup final. They want to have the best chance. So yeah, I don't think they will play like any big player. A lot of players injured. I think what we have is what we're going with, yes.
Yeah, they wouldn't risk for the injury. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would risk for the injury.
I'll be surprised if Bruno even play a full 90 or kind of thing. You know, I don't think
Bruno didn't look fit that last game either.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't look at his best. So I feel, yeah, we just going to have to tough it out. We just going to have to tough it out and see if we could get a result. The good thing is Brighton just as bad right now, so
yeah,
we could probably sneak a result.
No, and you never know. Welbeck coming back, you know, facing his old team. Could do something. Welbeck, you know, those kind of stories.
That goal last game, when Welbeck scored. Because everybody had Petrovic and I had Gusto.
Right.
I celebrate that goal.
Yeah.
Gusto was on the field already, yeah.
I coast. I had Petrovic. I was only the man who coast. I real coast.
Moscow's.
I think Gusto's a real good pick this week too. Right? A massive pick. He could go big again.
And Cap, you know the funny thing, I had Gusto whole season. Well, not whole season, but I had him for a long time, you know. And it's only when the week of the wildcard, when I hear he was injured, I switched him out and I bring in Petrovic.
Because
I real coast on that.
Gusto could have a big week again, with regimes out.
Yeah.
Alright, for instance, let me make a reference, right? My boss team, while the game was going on, Gusto was third on the bench. Now we starting.
Right.
Because what happened the last game. So that's how easy the game has changed.
It's like a shift.
Yeah, quick.
Yeah.
And he is a big player. Let me not deny it. He's a real good, you know, when he's on the field.
He drew a goal. If you're watching the games, he drew a goal.
Yeah.
He drew a goal. The man, you're real close to a goal. Like.
And maybe
that won't be surprised that come this week. Yeah.
Maybe Nkunku will convert all the assists he's put in because he's putting some good assist potential, but man, it's true in a way the goals.
And the greed of Madueke and them fellas making Gusto not having assists because they
not having a good season because Gusto's with some good crosses and throw away. So hopefully Nkunku will be on the end of at least 2-3 crosses. I'll take 2 assists from Gusto.
But you see, he scored from the Gusto assist there. You know,
yeah, that's my point. And that could have been happening all season because Gusto at least should be in double figures.
Madueke and Palmer and these fellas, as they get the ball shooting when Gusto open on the right. If you're watching,
correct.
They only shooting that wall.
Come on. Yeah. Well, spread the defenders and then let him tuck it back in because he could cross real good. I will say
this game he could go very big. Like if you don't have him, like and you have a Chelsea spot, that's a real good point.
Yeah. Well, I think this time I think Palmer will definitely want to be on the end of every ball, and he will be going down in the box. Two penalties. Watch and see. Right. So, of course, let me just recap the free hit team real quickly. So this is the free hit team, our final free hit team, guys, for Gaming 38. Onana in goal, Vardiol, Gusto, White, Palmer, Olise, Bowen. Please, Bowen, Havertz. Please, Havertz. Need Havertz to do something. And two other guys from City and then Isak, right? Just joking. So De Bruyne and Haaland. And then, of course, Isak on top, Captain Haaland. Just because it's the last game week and nothing big can change, I, on my personal team, I'm not going to captain Haaland. I have him, but I'm not going to captain him. Captain somebody else, not sure who yet, but I'll captain somebody weird, right? You all know how I like to do it. I could captain. For wellness, my captain Foden instead. My still go City, right?
Why you don't
Captain.
captain Bowen? Why you don't captain Bowen?
I drop Bowen on my team, and I only have one free transfer. I don't want to waste that transfer. But it's now I might as well, right? Or my captain Ward Prowse. Watch and see what Prowse captain was and bringing Ward Prowse. Right. So of course, coming down to the end as we normally do, Darius, as you're the newest guest, what we like to do, we like to of course final advice for the game week. But before we do that, though, I mean, last game week, how you all felt? Was this season more mentally challenging than others? Caps. You find this one. It was something about this game, this particular season, like, and especially you, where you're trying to keep your rank and you had your targets, your high targets, and I know you might not have achieved exactly what you wanted to, but of course, in most of the leagues you are top. Was this one more mentally tasking than past, or not as much? What was the main challenge for you this season?
No, it wasn't as much, to be honest. I remember we were stuck with Paul a few game weeks ago, how he was feeling a little overwhelmed, right? I didn't feel that way at all this season because I kind of like relaxed in my head and play the game to my style a bit more and stop taking on the outside. I don't really take on the outside noise. So, like, if for all you have an overwhelming pick that somebody's the captain and I convince that my player is the captain, I won't really take it on. So, I just kind of like cut out the outside noise. And this year, I find like it work so much more for me and I can see it from my rank. So, I just cut off the outside noise.
Yeah, playing your game is the key. Darius, was this a way more challenging season for you mentally? It hard or just a normal day as the office? How was this season for you?
Well, as someone that is new to FPL, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of new to it. Really, decision making, I feel like is the hardest part of this whole thing that is FPL, right? So, getting in players, getting out. And a lot of blanks this season, a lot of doubles to work with this season. Yeah, it's really just picking and choosing. That's just it for me. But, as more seasons that I play, and yeah, as Cap said, play your own game and, get to doing.
Yeah, solid. Bradley, how was it for you? How was this season for you?
I'm gonna be honest. You have any children tuned in, or is just or everyone over 21 tuned into the channel? Nice. You see, my personal biases, I need to just work on that. How is Cole Palmer a big player? How? Like I know he's a City graduate, but I really should have jumped on our Palmer train earlier. Just like how Sterling had been for past seasons, I do not rate these players at all. Cole Palmer looks like a little Don Rothschild. He doesn't impress me. I don't know. That's not a fan of Chelsea players and certain teams, and I think that'll be the death of me. But other than that, I enjoyed this season. Plenty banter, plenty laughs, and all the people laughed at United. But just personal biases was my challenge for sure.
Yeah, and you see that there, that is to me, Palmer, outside of City and Arsenal, let me make sure, and Villa, I want to say too, Palmer was that one person in a really bad team that was shining, right? Manu had glimpse of that, but it wasn't consistent. So Garnacho had his purple patch, but nobody else supporting him. It was just him. Then Hoyland jump up, and then Bruno had some patches recently. But yeah, you had to respect what Palmer's doing. I agree with you, you know. But the problem with picking Palmer was not Palmer, was Chelsea. Chelsea was the problem because you're thinking of the as a whole, as is that team going to be supported and help him reach the heights he has to reach. But he literally held each game by the scruffs of the neck and did his thing, Judd. But I'm glad that you saw that, and next season it mightn't be Palmer, it might be somebody else.
Jared, that hat trick that Palmer scored against United, I have a broken stool in my apartment. I can't believe. I cannot believe. And I oh God. Anyhow, next person.
Paul, I know you went through your stuff, but talk to us, Paul. How was this one for you?
It was, I think it was challenging in the sense that it was more challenging because I think I was a little more invested than usual. You know, like it had and I know you and Brad will know about it. It had a league that was kind of helping to organize. So was trying my best to keep up to date with everything, with all the information that was coming in, and you know, sometimes it could get a little tiresome. So I think I was more, you know, doing a little extra, being more invested into it, you know, and as Caps say really and truly, sometimes just have to take a step back, relax, be cool, and everything will sort itself out and play your own game, you know. And I realized the more I did that, better my season went as it went along, you know. So it started out rough. I would think at one point I was like 5 million or something in the world, and you know, I bounced back to where I'm in a more decent position now. I finished in 160 something, 160, I think 1,000 or something like that. So I'm feeling much better about it these days. But I think the most challenging part for me was the injuries, like all the injuries that I think this season more than any other season had real injuries, boys. So you always had to continuously check in to see, all right, let me see if that man injured. Let me see who have a flag. See who have how much players have a flag on the team. I wonder who I could take out to bring in. You know, you constantly have to, you know, work around it. You know, sometimes you could get lucky. Like I was fortunate the last couple of weeks to not really have much injuries. You know, at times it could hit you. You know, so but it's just to just roll with the punches, just do the best you could do, and at the end of the day, it's just a game. You know, you just want to have fun. Yes, you're competing, but you know, the other but hey, it's just a game, and we just having fun with it. You know.
My challenge was C Sports. I hate C Sports. C Sports ruined my season because
I made a tweet that C Sports is the worst thing to ever happen to Caribbeans.
Worst thing. They messed me up because I am someone. Y'all know my work schedule, right? Yeah, when I come home at midnight, when I come home 1 in the morning, I sit down, fire up some cereal, and I watch all the games, match of the day, and you get all the games. No C Sports. You come and take over from Flo, and now you can't keep up with the, trash way. So that is what upset
I can't see them getting back that right next. So
I hope not.
That's oppression, to be honest.
Come on.
I take my money for months, and I didn't get to see it.
And no rebate. No rebate.
Nothing. No apology, nothing.
I will never forget the first Sunday when I was in Ireland watching the game. The stream stopped half-hazardly, and when we called, so it was the Friday before the weekend of the first game week. The game week was a Friday, I think so. Yeah, Dwayne and I called Wednesday because nothing was live yet on the website. They didn't even know what we were talking about. Like, what you talking about? The main CSR. We had to try and get somebody at the top to be like, oh, right, yeah, it's happening. Nah, man, waste of time, C Sports. So hopefully that could be changed and rectified because we need to see the football. I need that eye test. I need to see what.
Imagine the Premier League not on any TV channels in the Caribbean. That's real, bro.
That's one of the biggest flop of this season after Manchester United. C Sports. Oh my God.
Nah,
that was disappointing.
I just depended on them live stream website to see my.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I just like it.
I don't like it, but it was necessary if I wanted to watch a game.
Yeah. I'm talking about being busy, Jared. So I've been by you watching the night and watching that eye test. I said no, that real affect me. I was like, wait, but who's the players to look out for? You don't know.
Yeah,
that's why the man and choose cool by until late.
I was totally blind.
The season was true.
If I see the celebration one more time again for this season,
Sunday,
I'm
we'll
breaking
get it
another
Sunday.
school. I
Well,
can't stand him, boy.
when he score a beaver trick this weekend, you'll see it. So don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch the TV.
Gosh, boy, these cold power fans, yes. Can't
Score a
stand it.
beaver trick. Nah, I just want to entertain the golden boot. That's all I can cheer for now.
Well,
Golden,
I just want to plug. We watching the game by Island Bear on
right?
Boom,
Sunday.
boom, boom, boom,
Right. So for
boom.
anybody who on the broadcast, come and check it out. There'll be a lot of FPL teams, a lot of FPL crews there. Fantasy Pavilion, FPL Royalty. I think FPL fifth is the name of the league, and some others
Yeah,
I can't
all the
mention, but
guys
yeah,
are the first officials. Yeah, yeah.
official, yeah. So come and check it out. Island Bear will on Sunday.
Yeah, man. All right. So Darius, if you had to give a piece of advice for the game week 38 piece of advice, what's your final piece of advice?
Piece of advice. Hold on. That is all I can tell you right now because this game is about to be crazy, about to be insane. Just because the fact that have two teams running for the league, we have golden boots, everything like that. So yeah, just hold on and yeah, ready for a ride this week.
Bradley, piece of advice for the game week.
I like the advice the guy gave earlier. Put on your seatbelt. You're gonna have a lot of goals. And I just seen some drama with Arsenal and City. I don't know. I'm feeling a piece of drama because the Premier League is known for that, and anything is possible. You think it's gonna be an easy ride for City. West Ham is just unpredictable. So put on your seatbelt. Make sure you have something in your cup, whatever your beverages, and let's enjoy some good football this weekend.
A little brown back to throw in something.
Bro. Let
Anything.
me see. 'Cause I just glad all the games at the same time. That's the only respite. I glad. I'm so happy. So no pressure on nobody. Just play a game. Right? And hopefully, well, yeah. Caps, birthday boy, piece of advice for the game week.
Oh, I think I get the piece of advice earlier with the
What? Happy birthday, my brother.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, I drinking water too. I cool along from the activities
Yeah.
of today. Again, it's real unpredictable this game week, and I won't suggest punting too much and moving the players that they have because most people have a good base of players, right? The Arsenal,
Yes.
the
Yes.
Newcastle, the Cities. That could hurt you. Just doing that could hurt you. So sometimes the men who do nothing much this week will be the beneficiaries of those guys who playing up too much, especially with the captaincy, especially with the, as I mentioned before, yeah, punting on Olicio, Ezio, or Matata, but the other one could bang because as our policies, right? Most games one person get the double digit all, and the other two is just the support.
Assist,
So
yeah.
if you're lucky to get the correct one, then go ahead. But then again, you don't want to be doing too much of punting. Your City is strong, your Arsenal is strong, your Newcastle is strong.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Paul?
Chelsea also.
Yeah, well, for me, the good thing about as Jared was now mentioning, all the games start at the same time. So normally, usually I have a game starting 7:30, then the rest of the games is 10, and that kind of thing. So the good thing is this week it's starting all games starting at 11. So if it is you want to get some team news, you just stay locked into Twitter, or locked into the social media. A lot of YouTube channels carrying. I know FPL, Wire, and Fantasy Football Scout. A lot of them just carry. There's be covering if they have any late team news, if there are any late team leak. So just if you're feeling how about a player and you just want to make sure they're playing, just wait and gather the information before the kickoff, before you make a late transfer, and then you could move ahead. But other than that, it's
Great
been a long
advice.
season. You get to where you got to, just finish strong. Just there's not much you could do again. As couples say, you have your team, you base your team. Once you don't have any pressing issues, no injuries or not to deal with, go strong.
Yeah, I fully agree. Of course, while you're watching us right now, create a bus team. Don't lapse. Click that save button. Please, it's the last one. So don't make that mistake. Put the captaincy on the right person you want to for now and then wait for the news tomorrow. Don't rush. Something Cap said there, and Paul could attest to this. A lot of the times that we did really good, the community team, Paul, we did goes when we did nothing. right? Sometimes when it just, and not just doing nothing because you literally watch the team, we scan the team, we talk about the team a lot, Paul. And then I was like, okay, nothing. And especially if you set up a team, for instance, 36, 37 to come now for 38, and you have the base, the key base, yeah, it might not be the time to go chasing a Teta if you don't have him, or chasing Olise if you don't have him. If you have the core guys right now, yeah, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Newcastle. I dare say Man U, I don't know why. Man, you keep popping up in my head. I just only if you have them. Only if you have them. You never know. Just
Who are
never
Man
know.
United players, Sharon?
Never know. People might have Dalot still.
Oh yeah.
Dalot.
Sorry, I forget.
I,
Capital
I,
Ghana.
some,
I
some,
have a
After you
beautiful
are done.
5 from Bruno Fernandes, you know. Beautiful
Right?
5 points.
Right, Bradley?
Hey,
Right? Right?
say,
Brad, that's nothing, boy. You can't compare to my Dalo 3 points. Come on, man.
I am answer, yeah.
Football
Anthony
points,
Joao
boy.
goal.
Why you talking like it's we comparing you cards here, boy?
You all didn't hear what Cap said. You all didn't hear what Cap said. Cap said
Anthony
Anthony
Joao
Joao
goal.
goal, eh? Wow.
Oh
See
God,
that
he
goal?
might score
That's
his second or third goal for this season, man.
that is how you end this show there. See that? Yeah, boy. So guys, as usual, may you keep a clean sheet and save a
Hey,
penalty.
wait. Just hold on.
Yes,
Sorry,
Paul.
before you go,
Yeah.
one more plug. I could plug one more thing.
What's up?
I have
Go
a
ahead.
business called the Pop Up Apparel right now on Instagram. Check them out. You know, we doing a football line soon. We doing mostly artist merch, but soon
Right.
we'll be doing some football, some other sports, the NBA coming up, some of the other fantasy sports that I follow on.
Ooh, link.
So,
Coupling
yeah,
up.
just check it out. The Pop Up Apparel on Instagram. And
Somebody link I'll put it in the
I
description. Right?
want a Dennis Rodman jersey. If you're doing that in advance,
We had that.
legends.
We had that.
Pop up apparel, big up.
We'll talk after. We'll talk after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good
All right.
vibes.
And of course, guys, well, as the season is ending, we still have content going on. We have F1 fantasy going on, of course, Imola weekend coming up this weekend, Italian GP. You can check out that episode. And of course, cricket. You have some big things coming up for cricket. Very big things coming up for cricket. Just keep your eyes tuned to the social media and to our YouTube channel. Some great interviews coming up, some good content coming up as well for that. Not just fantasy, but cricket on a whole, Cricket World Cup, and CPL already planned and loaded and ready. As just tournament just has to start. So many things coming up. Copa as well coming up as well too. Don't forget Euros coming up as well. We could even do some Olympics and all, right? Real things coming up, right? Just
A great year for sports this year, boy. A great year for sports.
Brilliant, right?
Loving it.
A lot of sports to still watch, so we still have things we could entertain ourselves with. So as usual, guys, may captain keep a clean sheet, save a pen, may captain score a trick, and may arrows be green for the final day. Happy picking, and see you guys in the next one. I want to thank all my guests. Everyone that popped through in the chat, big up Melina. She's in London right now to see Arsenal for the last game. Melina, hope you bring
No. After winning the title for sure. After winning the title, Melina in London, after winning.
She left Canada, all the way from Canada to go to London. So big up Melina. Please, Melina, right? So I'll talk to her. But guys,
she wastes a whole plane ticket.
Wait, I
Watch
can't wait.
Arsenal crying in that stadium, boy. Hey, boy.
DCL header.
Jared, don't worry. I the buck right here waiting for. Oh, cool. Look at this big one in the chat earlier.
Speaking of Buck, that's Buck. This is Buck, right? Big up Andre, right?
Andre,
if you're
what's
watching any top
Oh,
leagues
hold on,
right
now.
now,
Royalty boy. Hold on,
Yeah, big up royalty. Big up royalty.
any of the top leagues right now, you will see Andre name at the top there.
He's one. He like a binary code right now. 1 2 1 2 1 2 in all them leagues.
Yeah.
We don't need to be like.
Right. So big up Andre, big up everyone. Right. So we'll see you get Caps. Hope you can catch them. And we still, our prize is still up for grabs with the Brazilian League. We'll see who wins it in the last day. So take care, guys, and enjoy the football this weekend.